I see it so often when somebody asks a question and people are just like, oh my God, you don't know that? Somebody gets on one of these forums or something, asks a question. I'm doing this to my car. I don't know how to do this exactly. Can you guys give me help or tips or something? You know, somebody's reaching out and asking for help. People will get on there and just tear those people down. What's going on? Today we got kind of a hard topic. It's something that I kind of brought up on myself. It's something that I noticed that I did, and it was something when I was coming up working on cars. A couple of my friends or past friends have done to me, and I didn't really like. And I caught myself doing that to a good friend of mine the other day, and I've noticed it. It happens a lot on the Facebook forums. Not so much the actual old forums like lt1.com and all those. You know, those are pretty much the older folk and more so willing to help people. So the issue is when somebody doesn't know something and you give them a hard time about it. The biggest thing is if somebody's working on a car or if they're trying to make a car their hobby, and if somebody sees them doing something wrong or they don't approve of the things that they are doing, you know, everybody's got their own opinion on what's best to do. Something going on up jump. I don't know what's going on there. But to get back to it, I noticed I did something that I told myself I really don't need to do. People around me don't need to do. I have lost friends over things like this just because it's negative, and you don't need negative people in your life. What I've noticed that happens a lot in the car community, people will give you a hard time for what you're doing for the car that you're building and whatever specs you're using, whatever, you know, head you're using on your LS engine, you know, what cam you got, what turbo, whatever you're doing, what wheels, tires, anything. And during that process, especially if it's one of your first builds or if it's your first build, you don't know everything. And I see it so often that when somebody asks a question and people are just like, oh my God, you don't know that? Somebody gets on one of these forums or something and asks a question, hey, I'm doing this to my car. I don't know how to do this exactly. Can you guys give me help or tips or something? You know, somebody's reaching out and asking for help. Obviously, they have tried out all of their options and they feel like they're stuck and they need help. And I see it so often that people will get on there and just tear those people down. Like, you're already going on there asking for help, and you know, sometimes guys are like, you know, for one, guys don't read instructions, and two, they don't ask for help. So, you know, you're already going on there asking for help and you're already feeling like you're defeated. And then you got people out there, you know, pushing you down and pushing your face down in the mud even further. What people don't realize is that not everybody grew up in the same environment that you grew up in. And I think sometimes that's an expectation. So if you get into the car community, car is your hobby, people may automatically think, oh, you got a Mustang, you should know everything about Mustangs. No, not everybody gets into cars for the same reasons. Some people get into cars to go fast, to go racing, go cruising, just to drive point A to point B, you know, just something fun to drive, something that makes a little bit of noise, you know, whatever. That's the greatest thing about cars. There's a flavor for everybody. There's so many different options you can choose from. I mean, it's insane on how many different types of vehicles that are out there. And it's not just the cars, it's motorcycles too. the hobbies with engines. In my little mishap over the weekend, I made a good friend of mine feel kind of bad for not knowing how to do something. Now, I don't know if I actually made him feel bad, but after thinking about the conversation we had, I feel like I may have treated him like he was stupid for not knowing something that, for me, felt simple. But for him, that was something completely new, and he had never done that before. So who am I to say, why don't you know that? Well, the reason he doesn't know that is because he's never done it before. And that's my ignorance for thinking that he has done that before, or done something similar to that in the past. I need gas. So those are just my thoughts today. It's something that I've thought about for a long time, something that I've tried to correct in myself. I've lost friends over it, of them doing it to me. Now I notice I did it to one of my good friends, and I don't want him to think of me the way that I think of some people that I had in my life in the past. It's a simple correction you can apply in your attitude every single day. Be positive, be happy. If somebody's reaching out asking for help, help them. Don't treat them like they're stupid. You don't know where they came from. You don't know what kind of background they have. Make a mistake into a lesson learned. The reward is so much better helping somebody out than tearing them down. So much fun. So much fun. This has got to be the best car. This is the most fun car I've ever owned. It's not the fastest, but just for some reason, this is just the most fun car I've ever owned. I hope somebody else notices the same flaw that I've noticed in myself, and I hope that they apply that to their life to be better and more positive. That's all I got, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more car content, and we'll catch you guys next time. Oh, there's my tight one. That 2-3 shift probably wasn't that good. 125,000 miles. Actually, 125,330.8. I shouldn't be doing that on the stock MT82 with the stock clutch. Shifting at 7,400 RPM. You know the deal.